Yo, Trent, what's going on? I'm trying to watch, I'll pull it up really quick. And mute for a second here. Gotta love Scowling, man. I like that he dressed up for it. Yeah, Captain Fleshbag. Yeah. Pre-release tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. I'm stoked. How's everybody doing today? Mitch, you got a pre-release tomorrow as well? Dude, Scowling is, I mean, Scowling and Aggro are what made me want to stream, if I'm being honest. Just seeing both of them have such a good time, like, just doing stuff. I was like, man, I want to do what they're doing. I want to do what they're doing. Looks like my Puffin 2 deck is updated, so we're just going to jump straight in. Let's go to this here, get my record fixed. Creators like him aggroing you in the space keep the fab community positive. Dude, yes, that's the hope, right? I want people to come in and like enjoy themselves and just get like good content, you know? I say good content, at least decent enough content. I'll put it that way. Sometimes my content isn't the greatest, but it's okay. You have two, one at 12 a.m. Oh damn, one at 12 a.m. Dude, they take the midnight release real serious. See, when I played Magic a lot, they would do midnight releases, and we would go to the midnight releases, but they made it to where, towards the tail end of me playing Magic, this is pre-COVID, by the way, they did some stuff where basically you could host a pre-release like early, like it didn't have to be at that time. All right. You fucked up AM and PM? Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. We're probably sending... I think we send this guy, right? So we go Crank. You too. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pitch, I think, this soup up here. Let's get something good here. Okay. I like just putting this Cerebellum in Arsenal here. It's so funny to be in a call to aggro outside of content because, bro, lets all the toxicity flow. Dude, I will openly have my toxicity show on stream. I get pretty toxic when it comes to certain parts of the game. But that's okay. I think everybody kind of does. At least a little bit, right? Depending on how long you're jamming games, might join you with some Vinset. Yes, I'm totally down. Yeah, what time is it right now? So it's 3 o'clock for me. I'm streaming until at least 6. So three full hours. Man, I wish that we drew one of those. Not in the bone zone. Yeah, sorry, not playing gravy right now. Sorry. Hopefully soon we'll be putting some more gravy testing into play. I really want to put more practice into Puffin because I feel like I'm still making a lot of mistakes here, and it's good to like continue learning more about how each deck works, what is working versus what's not, that kind of thing. Not used to this clock, just timed differently in Poland. Oh, because you're talking about how, oh man, it's a whaler. You're talking about military time, right? I guess because they go off of like, you know, if it's 1, it's 1300. Yeah, I'm not super used to. I'm not going to nationals. I'm not super used to military time, but every once in a while, I will hear somebody say something in military time, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot that that's like a thing. It always throws me off for some reason. So this is pretty annoying. It's 7. This is 3, 4, 5, 6 off the cog, so not enough. But yeah, I'm not going to nationals, and it is only because my I didn't qualify for nationals, and I just didn't think that it would be worth putting a ton of effort into trying to go. Do we keep the Conqueror? Maybe we play this and crank it. Actually, no, we definitely play it and crank it because we have this guy. We pitch the Jolly Bludger to this, crank it, we draw a card. Yeah, and that just like helps this turn so much. Because this is 4. I could go 5, go again. Pitching this, put this in Arsenal. Or do I just send the 7? Hits a hero, destroy all. Because I could go this. Oh no, because I wouldn't have a cog for this. So I should just send Conqueror into Whaler. Didn't qualify either, but going for vibes, have fun with your online fab friends. Dude, that's super fair. I mean, like, after the PT was done for me when I was in London, I just walked around and, like, did whatever and just kind of, like, hung out. And I enjoyed that part of it, like, quite a bit. But I think if I was to go back and, like, do the same thing again. I mean, Lauren was with me, so that kind of changes things a little bit. But if I was just like there, just hanging out, and I didn't have Lauren with me, I probably would have been playing more games and just like vibing, having a good time. But we wanted to go around and like explore and do other stuff. Yeah, we could try out we could definitely try out a game into Vincent. I think that'd be fun. So double blue, so it's 8 go again. He doesn't have an ally. Do I want to start the next turn on a couple cogs for this into this? Seems pretty free. What is this? This is just create a Gold Kiss Rum, and then Gold Kiss Rum. I think we do this. Yeah, and then they should resolve in whatever order they're choosing. We'll tap to make a new one, and then we'll get a second one. Just saves us a little bit of life here. I think we can go into this next turn pretty fine. I'm trying to think if it's worth using. Kind of questioning if it's worth using this. Yo, we got a pack redemption already. Dude, you reminded me actually, because we're pretty early. Let me start a prediction really fast. You guys can predict. I actually had it set up this time so you could do the pack redemption. Give me 2 seconds to let this guy do his thing here. Did he make a gold? He didn't make a gold this turn. Goodbye, arm piece. Right? Yeah, you didn't make a gold this turn. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Okay. This seems pretty good, because this should have go again. We'll get your pack. Okay, left or right side of the box, and how many down? We pulled from the left side last time. Soup Up is so unbelievably good. How's it going, Pipu? Right and 4 down. Okay, I can do that. Give me a second to smack this guy with some go again. So right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is your pack. We're gonna open it in just a little bit. Actually, you know what I'm curious of? We have the action point here. I think we should just draw a card for Arsenal. The only awkward part is if we draw a block here, this is like really bad. Okay. The next card down is a block. We have a pretty decent turn, especially if he attacks me. We can get some value out of Pinion Sentry. Chum's there. Chum's a little annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. Just play like a slower turn into killing Chum. Kind of set up. When this hits, destroy Arsenal. Okay. It's cost 4. So I was gonna say, so you're gonna Dead Threads. Open once Gem Pack 2 comes out, Clave drops. I think it might. It depends on the... Is the printing of it cold foil? Or is it just a normal Clave? I kind of don't hate like not blocking here, but I do have this card that's like its only utility here is to block. Soup Up put you on the Dash database honor roll. Dude. Is Dash data... Okay, I don't know if you play Project Blue at all, Pipu. Do you know if Dash database is good in that format? We got 1. So what we should do here, we're going to set up the Sky Skimmer for next turn. We're just going to clear out the chum here. Looks like it's normal. Okay. That seems pretty good then. I think that's a good place to have it. I'm trying to brew for Project Blue, but super bit. Yeah, I feel that. You love database, built a Project Blue deck for it, dude. I tried to put together a Project Blue deck for it, but I have no idea if it's good or not. It's like 9 boom grenades and like all the craziness. Is it Call from Arsenal? Yeah. I'm assuming this is like Whaler, probably. He already tried to play out one. He seems like he's on a bigger plan. Just another chum. So what's cool here is we have a teeth. The teeth will help quite a bit. Loan Shark gives us a crank. I'm trying to think if there's any other way we could potentially play this. Probably not, unless we keep this blue. So maybe we just try and keep our hand here, because we could go Loan Shark, make 2 gold, then crank 1, play this. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of stuff. Just 9 boom grenades. Yeah, it's pretty good. None of the assassin daggers, not cold foil, are worth more than $3. Yeah, but it's like, or €3, but it's still, they're still pretty good. Came home to your cat limping yesterday. Did you take them to the like vet or anything? Usually, at least from my experience with our kitty cats, usually they just limp to show that they're like feeling sick, or maybe they are injured. Just kind of have to be cautious, see what happens. This one's discard a card. Yeah, I hope your cat's okay though. I don't think he can play this chum here. I think he's struggling to get to that point. You're booked in? That's good. Yeah, when our cat started limping, not the one that's chilling right here, but our gray cat started limping, we ended up taking her to... How did he have 2 action points? Oh, he gravied the goldfish. Or goldfish? What? The gold kiss rum. Goldfish rum. So 6 damage. I'm trying to think here. What's the most effective block I can do? Because this is going to eat a card from hand otherwise. So I kind of want to give him 6. Loan Shark is pretty good to keep here because it sets us up. This might be a Polycranka turn. I think this might be a Polycranka turn. Yeah, these allies are like worst nightmare to see. Yeah, we make some rum and fish. How's it going, Pockets? Still trying to get used to everybody's different colored names and stuff in the chat. Your name is super close to Pipu's, so every time I see it, I'm always like, is it the same person? Or throws me off a little bit. I think we're polying this turn, unfortunately. Do I want to crank it? Yes. Yes. That's pretty good. So, is this on hit? No, this is hits a hero. So we need to clear this first, which means that we just have to oversend it into it, and then the Zeppelin takes care of the chum. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I think you're seeing the stream tool colors. Our colors are different. Mine is teal, which is blue. Trundle's purple. I'm talking about Pipu's name is like gray. And yours is like, yours is a like teal gray. I was planning on attacking Chum anyways. He missed a really good opportunity to instant speed this earlier. Because, like, this still targets the Sawbones. He just didn't use it. Lime green it is, yeah. I mean, here, I'll give you a window. And then now we have to attack this, which is fine. We're going to Cogwork Zeppelin, pitching this, and we're going to kill him. Instant speed go again? Yeah, instant speed go again is so cool. Change your color every message. Dude, if you change your color every message, it would be super confusing for me, I'm not gonna lie. It would throw me off really bad. For you, it's orange? Like your username? Mitch, are you colorblind? I mean that genuinely. Not trying to be mean. I'm not hearing don't do it. I mean, it would kind of suck if it... Oh, he killed Paulie. It would kind of suck to, like, see the colors change a bunch on screen, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna buy some limes today for dinner. When I came to the store, I saw every lime had been sold. I feel like this is a setup for a joke or something, Mitch. This is how he finds out he's colorblind. Yeah, Mitch, what color is your name in Twitch chat? To you, what do you see? And if you say orange, I'm gonna be very concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very concerned. Okay, so Oyston, darkish blue. Okay, your name is darkish blue. I just thought I saw you say for me is orange, and I'm like, your name's definitely not orange. Life gave you no limes. You can change it via hex code? I didn't know that. This is just 4 no-go again. I'll take a vanilla 4. For you, Pipu's name is orange. Pipu's name on my screen is purple. Like a pretty regular purple color. Okay, so we're cranking. Then, yep, then we are cranking again. Yep, we're drawing a card. That's a pretty good one. Do I try and just kill one of their equipment pieces here? I mean, he can't block with crowns, so it's either Death Threads or Mage Masters. I might be able to do this even after Cogwork's Dovetail. I guess it depends entirely on how he blocks this. Because this hit a hero, right? Yeah. And, like, this is really hard to block. But you're yellow. I promise you, your name is not yellow. Your name is a light gray on this screen, but in Twitch chat it is purple. Because I can see it on my right monitor. Unless Pipu just hasn't set up his name. We're all set up now. If you haven't set up your name, like your color for your name on Twitch, it does assign you a random one when you join into chat. That one's like a weird, like gold brown color almost. It's puke color. Yeah, I would say that's pretty fair. Okay, so we're going to let this resolve. We're then going to give this go again. Then we are going to tunic. We're actually not going to Palantir because we don't have enough cogs to get the whole thing off. But we do have enough to send this here. Red for days now. See, that is definitely red. I can tell you that with 100% certainty it is red. This is why you're not allowed to use hex codes. Dude, it's not that bad. That's alright. I'm not, like, upset over here or anything like that, I promise. You can change your name to be whatever color you would like it to be. We're gonna lose 2 to Lone Shark. Ooh. That's pretty good. I actually kind of like Cogworks Workshop here. This might just be a gun turn. Or it could be a Gold Kiss Rum Cerebellum Processor turn. We could go to 2 action points. Draw 2 cards. That's why we're not allowed to use hex codes. Glorious. Yeah. Dude, I really like that. That color's nice. Use your droplet tool and pick out Twitch gray background as your text color. So you see the thing is that I've got a I have a special background color on my right screen, and then I have 2 separate background colors that are different than that color on my left screen. So no matter what, I'm gonna see it. It's Puffin broke. Why'd she have to take a loan from a shark? Dude, I don't know. She's come on hard times. Yeah, sorry I ruined your plans. Do I want to remove? Yes, okay. So we don't have a gold, so tapping Puffin here for go again is actually pretty fine. So let's go again. And then we're gonna crank this into play. Turns out you mean Prime to change colors? Like Twitch Prime. Also, we have 9 people watching right now. That's crazy. I'm always, in all honesty, I'm always blown away every single time I go to stream and there's like more than 1 person that's here. It's like actually mind-blowing to me. Prime for hex code colors. Oh, okay. Are you there? Okay. Crank. And then now that we have 2 action points, I'm going to draw a card and see if we can get out of this. Nice. Okay, so what we're going to do, we can actually do this. We can still send Conquer. It just won't be High Tide. Right, if I'm doing my math right? Yeah. Because I can do this, crank it, then put a steam counter on both. Puffin will trigger and I'll draw a card. That's a pretty good one. So I think I go here, I'm going to pitch this, and then we just keep the soup up going into the following turn. I know it's not go again, but that's fine. Viewing will continue. Dude, I appreciate it a ton. See, now it says that I have... See, it fluctuates a ton. And I try not to focus on it too much, but it gets exciting when I look over at the number and it just goes like, whoop! It's really, really cool to see. So, like, right now, it says there's 16 people watching between here on Twitch and on YouTube, which is crazy to me. Like, I didn't think people liked Flesh and Blood this much. Aggro put in perspective best. Imagine 9 people hanging out with you at your LGS, watching you play games and chatting with you. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's so cool to like get to share that experience with people too. Time to grab some ice cream. Dude, what kind of ice cream? What's your go-to ice cream? Making the big money now? Couldn't resist trying Vanta Black. So, you know what's crazy is it is solid black on my left screen, but on my right screen, which is actually Twitch, Twitch pulls it up as bright lime green. Favorite type or type you have? Type you have and favorite. Let's just go with both. Why not? All you want is for Bird Lady to be good. Dude, Milk Bread, same. Absolutely same. I'm praying that she's actually good and that I'm not just like coping and trying to play a bad deck. How are you doing, by the way? It's nice to have a YouTube viewer. I appreciate you joining in. Mint chocolate chip, wife bought drumsticks, and you eat the vanilla caramel. Okay. They used to, I don't know if they still have them or not. They used to have these drumsticks that were like, instead of peanuts inside of it, it had Oreo crumbles inside of it. Absolute favorite. So good. Butter pecan or salted caramel. Okay, if I'm being honest, I have not tried either. Dude, Tillamook is crazy good. I agree on that one. Drumsticks with peanut butter in it. Don't make me too hungry, guys. Okay, hold on. I have to check and see what we're doing on this next turn. So we can go up an action point here. Do we care about saving life? I don't think so. Tillamook's also crazy for its price. Should be more expensive. Dude, okay. Tillamook is really good. They also have really good cheese. But we would get... it's like either that or is it Bluebell? Or is it Baby Bell? Baby Bell's the tiny cheese. I'm thinking Bluebell is the ice cream. I like that purple. That purple's nice. I need to give it a try. What would you say is like, in terms of like, I have to have butter pecan or salted caramel. If I had to choose one of them, which one's your like absolute must? Do we just go up 2 action points here? I think it's probably worth it. If I ever want hex codes, just ask. Blue Bunny. Not Blue Bunny. Blue Bunny is very good though. Salted caramel. I really like it's like a pretzel. There's a pretzel one. It's like a, I forget what it's called. But there's a pretzel one that I like a lot. We're gonna crank this one. I don't think we care to, no. Yeah, let's crank twice. We're not gonna. Give me some action points. I would like action points. So we already have go again. Let's draw some cards here too. Because we got some go agains. We got a good setup here. That I like. Okay. So we're gonna go this. We're gonna kill Rigor Mortis. Haagen-Dazs cheesecake. Never tried that one either. Just like chocolate bacon or Old Bay on vanilla ice cream. I've never had that either. Either of those. Unless you're saying like just bacon with chocolate on it. So that doesn't sound bad. See, what's cool here is if he blocks this out, I can just use Palantir and we just eat his dead threads. Like, chocolate bacon sounds nice. I think if he just blocks 3, okay. So, we definitely just tap. Okay. I didn't resolve my thing yet, so he's preventing 3. So we're just gonna do, I need to think here. Because I have 5 cogs, so I can go +1 go again, right? Because I want to keep 3 for this. So we'll resolve the first one. Then resolve the second one. We'll say go again. Okay. I know it's a little less efficient. I probably could have technically gone up 1. Back with your strawberry ice cream. My question was which ice cream you prefer and which one you were gonna have. So you got, now we know you got what was it? You got strawberry. Pop bacon in an air fryer, dip it in melted chocolate, pop it in the fridge. That sounds like it would become an addiction. This also lets you, yeah. So like, being able to reuse the cogs here is pretty effective. Depending on what he blocks with here as well, I might just try and push damage instead of taking out the dead threads, because the dead threads blade break anyways. Oh yeah, we're just pushing damage here. You'd say one of your favorite ice creams, but it doesn't exist. We're gonna get rid of the 3 block. Push 6 damage here. Would it be something that we would be like at least vaguely familiar with, or not at all? Also, I'm about to reset 5 golden cogs if this guy attacks me, like, at all. I'm about to be so gold rich, it's gonna be nasty. Flying high seems pretty good. Next attack this turn gets go again. So he probably just swings the Oyston, right? Moon Mist ice cream. Moon Mist ice cream. Yeah, I actually have never heard of that. Moon Mist ice cream. It immediately comes up with, it is famous in Nova Scotia, which would make sense. It looks like Superman ice cream. But I know it's not Superman ice cream. But it looks very similar to Superman ice cream. Hello, yes, I would like to reset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, thanks. Actually, I made a mistake here because of soup up in my hand. Compared to Superman ice cream. Favorite flavors, mango sorbet. That sounds pretty good. I had, when me and Lauren were in France, there was a Italian place that we went to for dinner that was right next to the Eiffel Tower, and they had a lime sorbet that I had, and it was extremely good. Best ice cream you've ever had was from a place in Michigan called Farmer in the Dell. I'm assuming just out in the middle of nowhere. Never heard of it before. I look up Farmer in the Dell, and it just comes up with, like, children's learning materials and, like, YouTube songs. Sorbets are such underrated ice creams, dude. The lime sorbet that I had was, like, life-changing good. It was so tasty. Oops. She going crazy out there or what?
I don't know. I opened the door and she screamed at me.
Mom and pop place in the middle of farmland. Okay. I've never been to Michigan. I wouldn't mind going though. I feel like that's a good potential spot because I've always wanted to see more of the Great Lakes. I've been to Chicago, so like I've seen the Great Lakes, but not like experienced them in the same way that you can in like a more coastal city in like Michigan. I have not tried matcha ice cream. Okay. This is a slight conspiracy thing, but it's not a conspiracy thing. I think that people lie about liking matcha because I don't think matcha is good at all. I think people lie and say that they like matcha even though they don't. I refuse to believe that people like matcha that much. Right by one of the Great Lakes is the State Dune Park. It feels like you're on Tatooine. Trent, if you haven't seen, there's a place in New Mexico that's called White Sands. It's a former nuclear testing site. You should look that up. It's really, really cool. It's actually only a couple hours from where I'm at. Matcha's fine, only good when paired with other ice creams. Matcha's good, yeah. See, I also don't like coffee, so maybe that's another aspect of it, right? Straight matcha powder, not the sweet stuff. You know. I mean, I just don't care about this guy attacking me at all anymore, right? I just kill him. Don't like coffee. I don't like coffee. I'm sorry. Coffee's just like it's not really my thing, if I'm being honest. And I realize that like there's plenty of people that like coffee, and I'm not shitting on people that like coffee. It's definitely not a for me thing. You also don't like coffee. Yeah. See, in all honesty, it's like I I don't like coffee, but it's mostly because I think I'm pretty picky, if I'm being honest. So I'm pretty hesitant when it comes to like trying things that are like really strong tasting. So like in the case of like coffee, I don't like bitter things, and so that makes me really hesitant to do coffee, right? Here says that coffee and only drinking Starbucks doesn't count. See, I don't drink Starbucks. I mean, I do and I don't, but I don't. Okay, I drink Starbucks, but I drink the like ice cream, like ones that are Starbucks. Yeah, this gravy's about to have a not nice time. I just can't. I just don't give a shit about his allies, because who cares? Who cares when I can send 9 at his face? You like coffee, but it makes you sick. If we go to Montreal, you're drinking coffee. Do I have to pick something? I have to pick something. I'll put that in his graveyard. Oh, yeah, because if he does block, I just kill him. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. All right. Let's see. Who predicted? No one predicted. No one predicted anything. I won, though. Okay. Let me catch up really fast. Okay. So my Starbucks order is a vanilla bean, whatever size I'm craving at the time. But no whipped cream on it. Whipped cream it's not the greatest. I also don't do great with dairy in the first place, so I'm pretty hesitant when it comes to that kind of stuff. Starbucks is too expensive for a student. That's super valid. Moonside? Wait, Moonside, who are you? Who are you, if you don't mind me asking? I am a local. Tire industry has dominated the world on the back of most people not liking bitterness of coffee. Most people don't actually. Yeah, I mean, I've just never been a huge coffee fan. It's something about it. I don't get it personally. It might just be a me thing. There's probably some type of coffee out there that is like made for me, and I'll probably never try it. Came too late for predict. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Gonna send you a screenshot. Demolished a gravy today's Vin set. Draws were insane. Ended at 27 E booth, having killed 4 plus health allies. That's insane. Starbucks order is what my wife wants. That's super fair. Oh, Brett, dude, what's up? How's it going, man? Dude, again, it's a small world situation. Yeah, how you doing, Brett? Dude, I hope I get to see you a bunch this weekend. Starbucks order. So, Starbucks order what your wife wants. Lauren really likes the strawberry acai refresher, but you do lemonade instead of water. And that stuff's good. It's really good. Very tasty. We gotta jump into our heavy hitters pack for, let me see, who was it? For Trent. We're gonna full cam real quick. There we go. The mocha is it, yeah. Dude, Brett, I hope your day's going good though. I'm so excited for this weekend. It's gonna be super cool. All right, Let's get this card to focus. Let's focus, please. We got a Pound Town. Thunk. Draw Swords. Pack Hunt. Wallop. Lead with Speed. Trade in. Wage Might. Flat Tracker's a little teaser. Vigorous Windup. Rally. Flash of Vigor. Can we get something good? Ooh, Golden Sun. Let's fucking go. That's a good one. A nice little Slap Happy in foil. Alright. Now the real question, is there anything fancy behind that? No. Golden Sun, I'm pretty stoked on that. The Slap Happy's nice. Got some solid ones there. Slap Happy's getting set aside for some Project Blue. Thanks for the pack redeem, though. Yeah, Majestic's sick. Trying to figure out your schedule this weekend. Want to make the Project Blue Armory tomorrow. Should be at Sunday pre-release. Might try and make Saturday afternoon pre-release. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're doing the Saturday afternoon pre-release, and then after that's done, we're going straight over to Decked, and then we'll be playing the Project Blue Armory right afterwards. Heard the refreshers are better with water rather than lemonade, because the lemonade, it's too sweet. I like it with the lemonade more. That's just personally for me. 200 away from packs. It gotta gamble, dude. I mean, that's the only way to go about it, right? Dude, this whole next week of just like getting product, figuring out what to do with like what I got from pre-releases. Oh, Mitch is stream sniping. All right, Mitch. Let's see here. Did you mean to? All right, into Assassin. Kind of thinking that I want like some D-reacts, so maybe we just take the D-reacts and kind of keep the rest of the configuration the same. I'm still trying to figure out if I like some of these weird 2-of slots. I also think I could potentially tip the barkeep down to 3, or sorry, down to 2. Have to leave for your PR in 6 hours. What do you mean by 6? What do you mean by PR? Sorry, starting a prediction right now. Please vote in the chat. Or chat's over that way, usually, or this way, depending on what side you have it on. Is this favorable for Mitch? That is a great question. I would say this could go either way. Could very much go either way. I kind of like keeping this. I just wish that this was not in my opener. This one specifically. Oh, leave for your pre-release in 6 hours. Okay. I like seeing that. So we can crank. Yep. We can pitch here. Crank. Draw. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Because we could do this. Because this is, next thing gets +3. So we definitely want to soup up as our first thing here. There is a poll. So there's a prediction that's going on right now. The prediction is win-loss. You get to choose whether or not you think I'm going to beat Mitch or not. Rooting for Mitch. Dude, I don't blame you. Mitch tends to wreck me with Assassin, I'm not gonna lie. Had to refresh. No, you're good. Okay. Do we put this card in Arsenal, or is that, like, super bad? I think we put this card in Arsenal. But I don't really have... See, that's one thing that I dislike about this deck so far, is I think that I want to change off of Spitfire. I end with cards in hand too often. Better win? Dude, I'll try. We could keep our stuff around for a little bit longer by just playing this and then arsenaling the teeth. Yeah, I think we just want to do that. So we'll do this. We will, and then we'll put these two back. Then we'll shoot for 3. I hope to help you keep your Monopoly money. See, what we're doing is we're actually we're putting teeth into our arsenal in order to play around things like this. Because now he thinks that I care about protecting this card, when in reality I don't care at all. I'm just like, yeah, dude, eat my teeth. Never a phrase that I thought I would say. I would. Mitch is complaining about the ship after just hitting me with the CNC. You hit me with CNC, and then I hit you back with my CNC. But it's C, S-E-A-N-C. What are we eating? Hopefully it's a Kiss of Death or a Tarantula Toxin. That's a good one. I like that. I like seeing that. Do we... Oh, yeah. Do we crank? I'm gonna pay you 6 life to fuck off. Fun fact, longest game of Monopoly was 70 days. Longest in a... What? Longest in a bathtub? I feel like I'm confused. Am I missing context? See, the question is, if I crank here, this becomes a guaranteed. Well, he probably just puts mask in front of it, right? We're gonna do it anyways. Longest game of Monopoly in a bathtub is... Okay. I wasn't sure, but okay. Just sounded a little weird. This seems arguably correct. Would you like to give me cards from your hand? We'll see. Oh. Mitch knows how to play. It's a shame. If only Mitch didn't know how to play this game, then I would be better and could actually force him into playing a D-React early. This is a pretty insane hand, assuming this sticks around, which bonds makes me think I am less likely to have it stick around. So probably what the correct play here is I'm up 20. Yeah, that's true. But he's got 3 cards in hand and a bonds in play. This is not getting played. I'm gonna just message him what I'm thinking. So we could go here, here. So this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because of the eat a cog. I'll just block 4. I mean, as much as I would wish, I don't think that it's that. It's just, he just messaged me and said it's just 1. I also have to layer these correctly. He ticked to 14. Yeah, so I'm thinking if it's flick snap plus 1 card, that plus is 3, it would be a maximum of 7 here, right? So this is 1, 2, 3. I could give soup up here and then risk him taking Conqueror and none of the rest of the cards. So like my issue here is if I... So it's for sure this. The question is, do I give him anything else? Because if he takes this as an example, oh no, I still have a turn because I'm about to go up to. Never mind. Yeah, I think we're just blocking 7 because I'm pretty sure we're banking on it being Flick Knives, Snapdragon, something else. Okay. He has the Justinic. Okay. So now he can choose, would he like to take Sky Skimmer or a Conqueror? Because I can still conquer him. You hate organizing a bulk? Dude, that's going to be me in... Once we get all the high C stuff in. I'll probably do a stream where we're just going to be like camera down on the table and just organizing through stuff. It is a big pawns. So if I gave him an extra 3 and blocked 10, it still wouldn't have been enough. Mitch says he's thinking. See, it's a toss-up because he has Go again here, so it's possible his follow-up card is, like, good, right? Okay, he's taking Sky Skimmer. But it's hard to say, right? And, like, still being able to just send 7. If you get, yeah, if he has Codex after this, then it is crazy. But I'm thinking it's probably not, yeah. Yep. CNC for 7. Some players don't think. They think sometimes. Here's the D-React. Okay. That's fine. Give me... not that. I'm thinking we're probably just going Goldwing Turbine into Spitfire. Actually, let me think here. Do I poly this turn? Actually? Yeah, we're gonna poly this turn. We need to keep pressure, and we can't have too many turns off. That's a big one. Okay. And it's already got a +1 on it. Imagine Benny Hill's just on a loop in Assassin's Playroom. I mean, possibly, right? I'm interested to see how he blocks this, because I have Unicycle up here, and Unicycle actually gives me a lot on this turn cycle. We're going to say go again. There's one Fate Foreseen. Okay. Not the craziest turn in the world, but drawing that card off the top is definitely really solid. Okay, so we're upstixing, we're tunicking, we're buying back a dagger, we're Kiss of Deathing me for 7. I definitely want to block here. Gotta keep these cogs rolling. So here's 5, 6. Clavet, Poly, yep. And then you'll flick the Kiss. So there's an extra 1, 2, and then 1 on the Poly. Codex of Frailty. Do I... That's actually a toss-up. Because I could just go... Actually, no, I'd just block here. This is fine. Yes. Then I go Cloud Skiff, pitching this. And this is just going to be go again. Into 3. Okay, this is where there could be a blowout play from him, depending on how they block. Okay, they're just blocking 5. Just a reset turn. Okay, that's fine. Because if he like, let's say he only blocks 2, right? Then I can untap and tap it with the on hit. This is a pretty bad hand, but it does let us set this up, at least. So, do we... Oh, you know what we do? We send CNC. And then we keep this in hand, put this into Arsenal. I guess this in hand is still kind of weak. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It's really defending that Arsenal there. So whatever's in Arsenal is very good. I'm just gonna put that down there. Actually, okay. Is it possible he wants to mark me here, and I want to keep this in hand? Is it just steal it, you can play it? I'm gonna run on the gamble that it's just a shit card. Woo! We did it. Mitch is in love with this Arsenal card. Oh, dude, I'd be in love with this card too, to be honest. That card's one of my favorites. Okay, so now what we're doing is we are... Yo, Russian, how are you doing, man? We're just going to continue sending 7s at our friend here and see if Mitch wants to block or not. I'm kind of in an awkward spot because I don't have any cogs. I haven't seen my loan sharks. Haven't taken out any loans this game. We love a good fatigue by damage. Yeah. Hoping to get some good damage through, but he's got a lot of attack reactions, and this still technically can give him 2 action points, the cog of the machine, because he has no reason as to why he wouldn't want to play it. Like, this is a bunch of do-nothing. Infect kind of sucks for us, but not the worst thing in the world. Would you say I'm lonely? Yeah, maybe just a smidge. Yo, Dave, what's going on? Voda's Arsenal is Justinik? It was Infect. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Okay, we're overpitching to Hunter's Clave. I'm fine with taking a mark here. I don't know what his follow-up is going to be. Maybe it's nothing. Okay, Codex of Frailty is fine. Ooh, CNC is a pretty good follow-up. What's this card? Let me think here. So... he was sitting on the leave... yeah, he was sitting on the leave no witness for a while. Okay. Is there a possibility I can just take it? I think probably not. Definitely want to put this into play. So I'm thinking the correct play here is play that, crank it, then pitch Pinion Sentry, play this, leave Soup up to Arsenal. Actually, I'm not even going to be able to play that. Hold on. We're undoing. Send the CNC at me again. Sorry. I'm not thinking with my head. We're blocking 6. Yeah, I'm also kind of thinking the same thing. We kind of don't have too much of a good turn outside of that. And, like, we still don't really have a good... we still don't really have, like, a good setup for an item here. We're down 1 cog in the machine. Where's our second or third? We've only played 1. So we have ways of getting cogs. There's another sink. I do think saving the life here is probably pretty effective. Question whether or not putting this into play is relevant. But yeah, it does buy me more time. Gives me an extra 2 life, which I will be paying to the shark. Yep. Pitch. Okay. This is exactly what we want to see, especially with this right here. Unfortunately, I don't think we can really block this. So it's just going to be 4. It's another 4, which I don't like. But I can set up some cogs here. I can go 1-1. We'll do this. Take 2. Oh, he has nothing else? An IP2 on that turn is pretty good for us. Do I want to double crank to draw a card? I'm inclined to believe no. Because I don't think there's a way for me to convert it. So we'll crank one and then not crank the second. We will not tap a cog. We'll send Zeppelin. And this is 8. Like, regardless of how he blocks, I'm pumping it to 8. And then potentially unicycling if it hits. That's so good for us. So there's an on-hit trigger. I will unicycle. We'll untap a cog. We will tap the cog. We will... I can send an extra 2 damage here if I crank this. Depending on what the card is, it might also be playable. We're getting a little fancy here. Okay. The card didn't convert. Actually, no, the card does convert. We're gonna be going crazy here. You just gotta trust me. I do want to close the combat chain. Let me present lethal here for our friend Mitch to deal with, and then see what 2 cards he so desperately wants to keep. Double Trouble. Double Trouble potentially just kills me. Do I just put this in front of it? How many cogs do I have for next turn? 1. So this isn't doing anything. So it's like 1 and then 1 here, right? Does he have daggers? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is just correct here. I did not think about Justinic, if I'm being completely honest with you. Did not think about that card at all. Well, well, I'm glad I blocked. Just pumping 9. Okay. I guess it's just he has to keep anything, right? How many shelters do I have left? Okay. It is likely that I could see a shelter here. But we don't. Oh yeah, there is a sort. Yeah. Yep, and then we just died of flick knives, because I can't do anything about it. Yeah, the sorting is cool. Alright, we are 1-1. Sorry to the believers. Our outcome is, in fact, a loss. Let's see, who got... Somebody had to have gotten some good points off of that one. Let's see, what does it say here? 1.3k points. Dude. Trent, and I can't see the other name. And Pipu. I'm sorry about your Monopoly money. Jump straight into the next one. Gosh, it's still only 4:20. We're gonna be jamming games for a little while. Some of these games, they feel really long. I'm not gonna lie. It's a real flesh and blood game, dude. Yeah, it was. I like going first here. I'm. The buffs are pretty good, actually. Okay. You gotta hear me out on this. I feel like my hands haven't converted in the way that I want them to. So what we're gonna do is we are going to... God, that card's very interesting. We're going to give them a free Seismic Surge, and then we are going to... Don't play this. Maybe that is the last card. Actually, hold on. I forgot that we have this currently on the stack. We want to play this card first. Give me 3 cards, please. CNC into Dynasty. Or it was a huge damage. Yeah, like I had a few really solid turns there. It's just like I started stumbling, and I think part of that is because like I had hands that didn't convert extremely well, and so I was running into this awkward spot where like if I had the blunderbuss, it would have been like fine. Also, this guy just like blocking Exacxes on a card that I can just pump up by 2. So we'll instant ability, then pitch this. I think I made a right choice with bonds, or was CNC better? I'm not sure, to be completely honest. I think it was fine. Yeah, this turn 0, I just leaked 6. Still really solid. I don't really care to keep the Sky Skimmer here. I'm not like going into the next turn with any cogs guaranteed, so starting off by leaking some into Evalda is like pretty solid. That's pretty good. I like seeing that. So now the question becomes, oh man, that's an all red hand. This is no gaining power. So if I block there, I go into the next turn with 2. Temper, 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 temper. So let's go here, here. Undercover is such an annoying card. Are you talking about the one that that steals an item? Did I start a prediction? I didn't start a prediction. We're starting a prediction for this game. Sorry. We're not gonna crank. It can be annoying for me. The times that you played it, it wasn't as relevant. But it was still mildly annoying. So, hear me out. Do we draw a card this turn? Do we poly? Do we poly? Because if we poly and we get a crazy good card, I think we do. I think into Guardians you want to poly like hella early, Because it just feels good. Like, here's 4 go again. And then now, I get to send Palantir Aeronaut, Arsenal this card, and I just get to eat something from them, because, like, this Golden Cog, I'm untapping a Golden Cog here. He may block with Temper. Yeah, he could block with the Temper piece on one of these right now. Actually, what's this? Guardwell? It's possible I could just destroy that. Let's run Zealous, and the Rouse Guardians don't have Y turns. So, like, they showed me Rouse at the very beginning. Yeah, that shield can be really powerful. We'll do this. What equipment piece do you not want anymore? And if it's Civic Steps, then thank you. So it could Rouse, yeah. So it could be Rouse into Hammer. Yeah, so really quick, we'll allow the Civic Steps to resolve. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, Unicycle. I'm 1000% breaking the Civic Steps. And then I could, oh no. I could just instant speed use that, but it's not a, no, I do want to Arsenal this card. Man, Pinion Sentries on this turn, so good. This card doesn't have Dominate, right? Thank you very much. I will tap a Golden Cog, I will not crank. Then I will tap my other Golden Cog and I will not crank. Super, super good turns here. And the fact that he didn't swing into Poly is just like icing on the cake. Yep. Yep. Give me a card. Okay, that's a good one to see here, because now this is just 6 go again. Need some sleep, dude. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here. And thank you for the luck. I may or may not need it, depending on how annoying this game might be. Dinosaur is really annoying in the end game because you have to overblock before pumps, and then after you pump it, then you can play. Yeah, yeah, it is pretty annoying. Just like how it like structures itself is pretty frustrating to play into. I could, okay. Thinking here. I could play this. No. And then we'll keep around cogs for the next turn cycle. This is just a fine block here. Like, we have a crazy amount of cogs going into the next turn now. Draw a crowd. You're gonna give me a card for free? Dude, yes, absolutely. Thank you. I love drawing cards. I love when my opponent says, hey, you know those cards that you got? You can have more of them. Okay, this is 4 or more damage. It will be dealing 3. I'll be getting rid of that gold there. Sick. This is kind of cool, because, like, they're going to get some nice block on that. Probably crank this into play. Actually, let's poly first. Yep. Then we'll crank this into play. Yep. We'll draw a new card. That's a pretty good one to keep in hand when we got 4 cogs here. Does Poly or Marlin have a decent matchup into Prism or Kano? From my experience, Poly, or you mean Puffin? I think Puffin plays fine into Marlin, or plays fine into Prism, because she has a lot of like natural 6s and 7s in the deck. There is a smidge of awkwardness still, but you do get a lot of extra action points as well, so like you get around some of the more annoying pieces that they also have. This is such an interesting block. I'm not sure about Marlin. Marlin has, with the cannon, like, not dominate, but overpower build, I feel like it's pretty, like, interesting to play around with. Dude, my opponent is, like, some of the decision making here, I am just blown away. If the cannon, Prism can ALS in response. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably not extremely likely that we keep Prism around for too much longer in the first place. At least in my opinion. I'm actually going to skip Arsenal here, because that card's just way too good to have in my hand when they're doing all this shit on this turn. Put up to X cards on the bottom, and then draw cards numbered to the cards put on bottom. So over having sideboard just for Prism. Yep, I cannot wait for her to just be gone. Don't break your girlfriend's heart, dude. They're gonna print a new Light Illusionist like very quickly after that, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, this is Crush. Lose hero card effects and activated abilities. So I just lose. Okay. And I kind of want that. I'm just going to give him a thinking, please bear with me. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block off of this if I eat one of the gold. He has none floating. One, two, three, four, one. Speaking of Prism, you have the poster of her in the foil poster. Dude, my my LGS has the like banner posters of the angels on their wall. Dude, I want some of those. They're just very impractical. Man, that is a good card. Okay, do we start on Cogworks and just like pretend like we don't have that much? Start on this one, sorry. I actually think I pitched this. Yeah, I think I pitched this. We all know there's going to be Grandma Prism, we have Child Prism, we have Adult one, we got to have an old one. I think, in all honesty, I think we'll see a new Prism, but that's not Prism. Like, we'll see a new Light Illusionist, but it's not going to be Prism anymore. It's one small sad thing for you. New is really bonkers into all the high seas champions. Yeah, and I think she's leaving at the perfect time because of that. Like, a big risk that you take with leaving her in the format is that, like, she actively prevents a lot of these decks from doing the things that they want to do. And so I think when she's gone, we'll have a more favorable meta where you're going to see a lot more people playing blues that aren't restricted by the, oh, does new just get to play this for free, like, restriction. Because I feel like a lot of decks are still built that way. News hero text was so wrong, it should have been cost reduced by 1. Yeah, I think that's fair. She gained 1. What does this do? Oh, and she drew a card. Then we're getting Spinaled. I mean, this is just activated abilities and attacks they control lose and can't gain go again. So if I block 6 here, do you think they're holding Pummel? Oh, it's dominated? Hold on, undo block. We're gonna undo block. We're gonna block with this instead. If this is, okay, it's not Pummel. I do want to keep it in play. So we don't get go again, but we are fine with that. Guardians can have a pop-off once new LLs. Yep. Favorite is still local playing new versus Leviah and deciding to actually play the record roll they stole. Dude, sometimes that stuff just feels terrible. Makes you feel so bad. Also, this guy consistently trying to block with his Civic Peak just seems wrong. Like, do you need the surge that bad? They must. Why are you blocking with this? Just block 9 and don't give me a card. So they're keeping the card that costs 6 in their hand. So what does the Valda spec do? Deals 4 or more, they discard, then draw that many. Okay. Sky Skimmer's pretty cool. It's one small, not relevant card in new. Dude, I cannot wait for that card to just be permanently banned. They're never... That card shouldn't exist. It genuinely should not exist. The card's so fucking annoying. This is just 8. Is there a possibility that I just block like here, or actually here? Let me think. Because this is 2, this is 5, then I keep soup up. I can go 4 into 2 into, yeah. The 2 action points. Oh man, this is fucking dominated too. What keeps dominating things? Is she dominating them? Oh yeah, she is dominating them. They can't draw cards. Okay, so if I can't draw a card, then double cranking doesn't, well, double cranking does give me a second action point, but I won't be able to draw. So if I just go hella tall, you know, I just take 8. 8 can't draw from hero power. Dude, I cannot stand the restriction that she puts onto so many decks. It is unbelievably frustrating. I do, and then I... Okay, I'm trying to think here. If I... So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 0 in the arsenal. I don't want to crank the second one. I don't want to tap. So that means that if I go here first, just play Redline Dromite. Yeah, if that deck existed. You know what would be nasty is if Icelander still existed and still just being able to like play Herd Blues as well. Which is also a thing. Gonna miss your favorite Assassin Mask? Okay, the Assassin Mask is balanced. I know that's probably controversial. Oh, whoops, not that. What the hell am I doing? I went to click here. Give it a go again. Then we are going to Titan. We'll untap that cog, and then we'll go Cloud Skiff for 9. Man, this hand does a whole lot of nothing. But it does draw cards. Do I want to crank? Yup. Do I want to crank Poly? Yup. Let that resolve. Then we are going to tighten the screws. We're going to pitch this. We're going to untap that guy. Then we're going to attack for a casual 6-go again. See what my opponent does. And they drew a non-block. Yeah, so I think this game we showed that like Blunderbuss can be arguably correct. I think it was very good in this matchup. I didn't see too many scenarios where having the sorry, yawning. Where having the one that just taps with a cog would have been better. Alright, we did win. I don't know if you get any points because I don't think anybody voted against you, but you keep your 900. Whoever bet. So thank you for that. We'll go up to 2-1 here. Once new LL, she's the worst hero in LL. Yeah, she's really not that great in LL, unfortunately. I did have a pretty low value turn here. I think this is the turn where they took away my go again. But like the rest of the turns looked really good. Yeah, the rest of those turns are looking very good. I don't know if we have passed enough time for another pack redemption, but we'll see. We do. Mitch, left to right, and how many up or down? Do I bring in... I definitely want AB1. I think I'm going to modular this to the legs. And then we will take some of these guys, a little bit less of this, and we'll call that their legs. Yeah, this is going to be a weird setup for Acilio, and I realize that, but it's mostly because I'm trying out some funky stuff. I also realize that they are not the only person playing Old Knocker now. I've seen a few Kanos playing this. Okay. Sick. Here's 8. Can you do 7 by 7? 7 down, 7 right. Let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got you. Pack is set aside for you. Right here. We'll open it right after this game is done. I feel like this is a pretty good turn cycle. Just going 8 into soup up. Oh man, 8 of Mind Warp too. Yeah, I'll just throw an extra 4 here. Why not? I think the likelihood of him having, because he discarded a blink to redraw, I think the likelihood of him having instants in hand is pretty pretty decent. Prediction. Thank you. Start it right now. I know it's a little late. They already took a bunch of damage, but you can predict. Thank you for the reminder. Question their Arsenal. Would have put the Brilliance in Arsenal. Yeah, I kind of think the same. I think it's a little odd to just bin the Mind Warp there, especially when you have Volzar into Mind Warp. I guess it's like not as relevant on the first turn. This is a really good hand. Oh, he can just kill Pauly right away. That's so mean. Blast. Okay. I kind of just don't give a shit. I kind of just don't care. Yeah, he did get the amp as well. Yeah, draw your card. You don't have go again, so... You discarded Blink on your last turn. So... Yeah, you're doing a whole lot of nothing. You sent 4 at me. You killed my bird. Which is just rude. Okay, so we'll get our first crank here. We'll get our second crank here. And then not crank the second one. I'll put this back in deck. Yeah, this is pretty good. Three card 4. Yeah, dude. Super strong. I love threatening CNC 2 turns in a row against my opponent who probably didn't put an instant in his arsenal. Yet another Mind Warp. That is so interesting to me that he just continues to play it that way. It just makes no sense. Here's a Sigil of Lightning. So we're going again. It's a pretty strong hand. Okay. Now I care about this slightly more. I can give them soup. I'm going to give them soup. They have their instant speed, bounce the CLV back. Because, you know, that's going to do so much this turn. We amp in. Okay. Okay. Weird. So we want to draw here. He needed that. Dude, like, it's so confusing to me. Yeah, like, his play patterns are just very confusing to me. Mech has a blue that blocked 4. Yes, soup up at blue blocks 4 when you have a golden cog that's about to die. It is disgustingly strong. Taking his turn ender twice. Yep. Yeah, I am definitely screwing him out of turns constantly. Sky Skimmer is really good here. This is just 7 go again. This card's so good. See, like, this is a matchup where now having Spitfire specifically is significantly more relevant because of the way that my hands convert. So, like, on this turn, the Spitfire converts still into 2 damage. And, like, the tip is just really good. I'm mostly keeping tip because of Cerebellum Processor. Like, this hand also just doesn't do a whole lot. His hand also just doesn't do a whole lot. Okay. We can try and draw our way out of this, though. We'll keep tip in our arsenal for right now. I do want to crank. I do want to crank. Okay. That's a good one, but it's not what we really wanted. Have I considered playing boom grenades? Yes, but I'm not sure if they're good or not. I'm just doing a gajillion things to set up, and then I'm putting this probably in Arsenal. No. Yeah, next turn's his go-off turn. That's what this tells me, at least. Okay. Just do that to pick up the Sigil of Brilliance. Okay. I see the vision, I see it. Pass to end. This in Arsenal. Pretty good block here. We've got a nice bit of AB. We're going to go into the next turn with Plantier, so he's going to lose all of his equipment. If you run 369, then you run Heist. Why would I run Heist? I don't boost. This, yeah, I agree fully, Dave. I don't understand the thought process of my opponent, but they're doing their own thing here. They're having a good time. They're playing their Acilio deck. Unless their hand is like blast, 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 which is possible. I mean, this is just a free block here. We'll trigger this golden cog, keep the gold, and we just full block the 3. I don't really need to reset it too much. Somersault's good here. Puts Brilliance back in hand. Doing well or terribly, yes. Just kind of, yeah, he's doing his thing. He's at 11, by the way, and I'm at 35 still, but he's doing something. It's an easy go again, may not be main board, but sideboard against other decks. So my issue is that I don't run all Mechanologist cards, so I have an actual risk in playing a card that has boost. But sideboard against other decks who also run items. So my issue still is that it still wouldn't pick up an item for me. It has to be in Banished Zone. Because at that point, it's just a 2 for 5 go again. Otherwise. Another blast. Take 1. I doubt he can deal 35 here. The one thing he could do... Oh no, he doesn't even have Mind Warp left. I was gonna say he could Mind Warp me, but he can't even Mind Warp me. Thought Puffins were running some of the Pirate Banish cards. Are you talking about the ones that, like, turn down a card? Because that just turns it down in Graveyard. So we're blinking. This is going back. CLV is going off. He's drawing a card. Yeah, Bludger is incredibly strong from the sideboard. Like, if I'm playing into other pirates or other, like, mechs and stuff, I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just play this overpower card that steals all your shit. Like, I played into another Puffin that set up to, gold in play on, like, turn 1. I drew a Bludger, and I was like, okay, oh, here's an overpower, and they just, like, couldn't do anything. Okay, so this Etchings is for 13. But they gave everything for it. 16, sorry. I forgot about the amp. Yeah. It still doesn't kill me, so I really don't care. Where's Arcane Compliance? Dude. Can you imagine how tilting it would be for this Acilio to brick that many turns in a row and then get Arcane Compliance when they try and throw it for 10? For plus 13? Yeah. No, incredibly annoying. They drew... Oh, they put that into their hand. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Thinking here, if I do this, do I want to crank it? Yes. Then if I play this and crank it, no matter what, I'm able to play this card. I'm one short of lethal. I might be. I'm not 100% sure. Because if I draw something good here, that's a pretty good card. I actually like just playing this here. Actually, no, I don't, because I need a pitch. No arcane with 10 amp, yeah. How is boots worth less than chest? The boots, sorry, the chest blocks 1 here, right? So if he's not blocking with any other cards, it's probably correct to block chest. They just put a I'm thinking in chat. Because, like, this +1 is pretty relevant. I'm not giving them an opportunity to go off with Lightning Greaves. I'll give them 2 life. They're gonna draw 2 cards on this next turn cycle. You know what might have actually been smart would have been to do this. Oh no, because I was already tapped. I'm gonna lose 2 here. This is a pretty good hand, actually. They need to present 13 here, and I know this is gone in a flash. And they have no go again in play. They've already used 2 blinks. Right? Yeah, 2 blinks. So there's a discard draw. When you place, yeah, he just scoops. Yeah, his whole hand does nothing. Let's see here. Bro, you guys gambling a shit ton of points on me winning is terrifying. Okay. 3-1, we got 1 pack for Mitch here. Let's grab something cool here. So what's nice is this is a fresh box, so we really could get anything. Come on, let's get some focus in. Come on, yes, no, maybe so. It'll eventually focus. I trust it to. Here, hold on, let me give it a nice little swipe there. Yes, no. It wants to fixate so much on my face, even though I'm not in frame. So frustrating. She's getting a phone call, so we're going to put this on pause for 2 seconds. I'm going to go to be right back. Sorry, guys. My cold foil balance is in the other room. That would be funny, though. Alright, let's get this going. Hopefully it will stop focusing on the stuff in the background. I'm just gonna start going. Engage Swift Blade. Big Bop. Blue Wild Ride. Blue Hold'em. Oh, I tried to focus there. Blue Lead with Power. Adrenaline Rush. Yellow Vigorous Wind-Up. Stadium Centerpiece. Rising Speed. A Starting Stake. Fatal Engagement. Let's get something. Standing Order. I like this card a lot. Vigorous Wind-Up. That's our second M. Second M of the stream. 2 packs, 2 M's. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Anything fancy? Just tokens. Two M's. 2 M's ain't bad. You guys both picked really well because you guys both picked your spot. So 2 M's, not terrible, if I'm being honest. And they're 2 M's that I don't mind getting either. I like having standing orders. Let's remember that 7 is always lucky. Yeah. Let's go back over here. It's already 5 something. I'm trying to remember. Somebody mentioned wanting to do a game versus me on Vinset. If you want to still do that, let's do that after this game. You'll understand why I'm playing this in a second. Or I can explain why I'm bringing in only Bludger. Bludger is specifically good. Oh man. Oh man, this hand is rough. This hand is very rough. I actually think... Prediction. Thank you. You're good at reminding me. We're probably going to leak at least a little bit of damage here. I'm almost tempted to keep Conqueror in hand. It's Trent, yeah. I think I want to poly. I'm going crazy here. We're gonna poly. I know it's a risk to poly here because it's pretty early, but I kind of, I mean, we're gonna leak. They can herald into poly. They can, but I think we're fine still. The biggest thing is that I want to keep this in hand as a popper, and I needed a way to pitch for the dovetail. Because we're leaking 2 into 2 here. We'll see if it's a mistake to poly just right away, but I think it'll be fine. If they want to waste a full card on poly right away, I'm skipping Arsenal. I think that's fine. On Phantasm blocks, do I get the Galvanize trigger? I do. Man, that's so good. And me having 2 7s into 2 Herald of Triumphs. Right, because that first one's a Herald of Triumph. I just tossed this down in front of it, right? Yeah. And now they're like incredibly punished for playing it out the way they did. That's pretty good. I don't know that I can play it. Do I just skip Arsenal again? Or do I pitch this and put this into my Arsenal? Slower turn, but I think it's fine. Still just have a 6 here. Okay. What equipment piece do we destroy? It's Halo, Dreamweavers, or Footsteps. He gets War. Banishes, flips. Swings. Almost assuredly he doesn't banish, right? Yeah, I just don't care. I'll take 4. Yes, yes. So the only awkward thing is Soup Up doesn't have Go Again right now. We can... pitch here. Crank. Crank for 2 action points. I'm not going to put 1 on bottom. Draw a new card. That's a pretty good one. So now we can send this without Go Again. Send this. Or no, we want to send this first, right? Yeah, dude, High Cogtane is crazy good. I kind of want to eat this first, right? Because this is a... Yeah. Just no blocking otherwise. And then now I haven't destroyed an item this turn, so this still doesn't have Go Again. I can Spring Tunic into Cloud Skiff. Tap, give it Go Again. Do I send this? Yeah. It's a little bit lower impact, but I think putting this in Arsenal is probably better. Crazy draw here. I mean, yeah, I just pop this, right? And I just reset all of my cogs. Just in case. I actually don't mind letting this hit here, but I don't know if I want to still. So I can start the turn on a cog if I block here and go like 3, then I can pitch here. Kind of want to keep this hand. Yeah, no. I think we save our equipment. We're pretty far ahead, and they're IP'd here because of the card in hand, so getting the Ponder one here is pretty bad for them. I'm like totally okay with that. Let's draw a new card. I do. Okay. A blue that doesn't convert extremely well, but it is fine. I could go 4 into 4. Pitching this, no. What if I just redrew? Same card, okay. Yeah, I like to think we also saw this card. Do I send it now and just keep the Cloud Skiff? I think we do. Okay, this is a big one here. So they're throwing 6 at me. I can actually full block this here. So this is one of our better times to use it. We Tinkerings, we don't crank, then this one comes in, we tap one of the ones there. So you'll understand why I'm Jolly Bludgeoning, is because this card has Overpower, and Overpower is good. Yeah, I know we're gambling on Wrath there, but I think that's fine. Like this turn's incredibly powerful, regardless of if they hit me or not. Yeah, I just say fine, because this is one. So I'm like 1 resource short here. I'm 1 resource short. Do I have a way of cranking twice? No. I don't. It's fine. Yes, yes, yes. So if I... Unless they ALS after the first attack, yeah. So we do this, oops, here, pitch this. They take their whole turn off the ALS though. And then now the question becomes, do I Jolly Bludger? Because I can't Cloud Skiff, but I can Cloud Skiff next turn. I have Overpower. So it's going over by 3. I unicycle, untap this, tap, push it to 7. Flip your card. Flip your card or die. Okay. Flip this and draw some stuff. They would have to have a crazy turn cycle here to be able to kill me. Is this a free flip? And they already free flipped, right? Yeah. Prism would be fine if they burned the angel with the books. Yeah. I think so too. I don't think this kills me. I don't think anything they could do now kills me. So I'm pretty sure I just say yes and then see what their follow-up is. Ravages is a little annoying. If it's ALS here, okay. We are going to play around ALS here by cranking twice. We're not putting... Soup up's pretty good. I do have 2 action points. So the first question now is, do I just send 5 and just not give it go again? Because they have 4. But if I give them 2 with go again, they're forced to block it. Thank you. Then now I cloud skiff. And I also don't need to go again on this either. I'm gonna tunic in this layer. Okay. Cog. This is why you play overpower. Also, Tonics, Tonnex 99. I don't think you're a name I recognize, so thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good time. Oh man, that keeps him alive at 1. Just taking it easy, watch some Fab. Dude, it's a nice Friday when you get to chill and just watch Flesh and Blood, right? I'm just saving life here for context. Because all I have to do is leak 1, and that is not a playable, it's not go again on this next turn, so let's see here. I have enough. I had plans to play the pre-release, but your local area didn't get products. Dude, that sucks. Yeah, they still put me down to 5. Like, they're doing good. So this is the awkward spot here, is if I start here and then go into this, I don't have a way of getting an extra action point. But if they choose not to block this, they can ward to pitch here. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? They banished on that last turn. Yeah. This is just go again. I forgot about that. So they lose their guy. Then it's going to be 5 here, which is a must block. So I'm at minimum probably getting 2 cards here. No? Soul Shield? Yeah. Still 2 cards. Herald of Erudition is a good card. Man, that is like the actual worst thing for me to see here because of this. I'm going under the impression that 1 life does make a difference here. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of a hard spot now. Like, this is still 7. I just wish I could get an extra action point to clear the Mirage. There's no reason for me to not do that, so I am doing it. I need it to be a 6 here. How many figments are we through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Likelihood of them still having one left in deck is probably slim. Okay, I need it to be... well, he's going to choose order. But assuming that he clicks through it, I would like this one to resolve first, then this one. So it'll be this block, then this block. And I can't play around the buff here. I mean, it's just correct to play it. Because it's still 2 cards, yeah. Yeah, no ALS, no Wrath. Plenty of these guys. I'm probably just dead now. Yep. It has to be tenacity there. Yeah, I got to a point where I couldn't get an extra action point in order to get around some of this stuff there. So we are 3 and 2 now. Can you crank both those cogs on their turn to draw a card? What do you mean, like if I was able to create 2 cogs on their turn? This unfortunately was a loss. So I could only crank them if I created them, because the crank happens when they come into play. So I technically could have cranked both of them, but then when it came back to my turn, they would both be gone. The galvanized block cards, yeah. Yeah, so I would lose both of the cogs on that turn cycle if I had done it that way. It's also possible that I'm like running incorrect, like I didn't bring in my D-Reacts. Nixie. I take this card out pretty frequently. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I probably don't want a no block. I mean, do I just give him 6? Sure. Yeah, it's Nixie. I recognize their username. One, 2 would be left over. This is a 4, so I could play that, then put this into Arsenal. I really don't like arsenaling this card. Yeah, they are a Dory player. Gamba. Yep, sorry. Starting. Starting to Gamba. We will give this go again. And I think it's pretty safe to just throw 6 here. Get an armor block off. We're leaking 5. We can't really get rid of his stuff, but still feels fine. This is a pretty good block here. This is how much? 5? I kind of like going Tinkerings here. I know we play a risky game here with whatever this card is, but we have a shelter. Let you gamble some 0 points? Dude, yes. It's the best way to do it. I wish we had a different hand right now. This will have to suffice. We'll see if they block 7. Blocking 7 is like technically correct here. They've also shown no D-reacts so far, so I'm not really inclined to believe that they have D-reacts. +1 and +1. Okay, so with our hit trigger there, we'll then give it go again. And then use this for an extra 2. You actually voted with 0. Can you vote with 0? I mean, you gotta put 1 down, right? Watch me get what's the one card? Commanding Performance right now, and then I just look super stupid. Total voters 1 and 0 points put down. Yeah. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pass, tap, no, soup triggers. This takes the tapped one. They're gonna Spring Tunic. Puncture. Get this. Yep. So I could, let's see here. He has a yellow, almost guaranteed, right? Yeah. So I could do that, Cloud Skiff. Let's get rid of this guy. We're gonna save this gold for next turn. Hopefully we're able to keep a smidge bigger of a hand. Won't even be mad about losing the points. That's an interesting choice here. I'm just going +1 on this. Was it better to set up for a 5-card hand? It's possible, but like, I'm also just trying to not play into like him swinging Dawnblade in the way that he is right now, and like my hand still looks pretty good into this next turn. Like I still get another seafloor salvage off. I get to still block out a. Oh wait, sorry. This one. I'm questioning if I want to poly, but giving him access to just Dawnblading me sucks. Like, that feels so bad. Maybe we just take... I know Tip isn't the craziest arsenal, but maybe it baits them into thinking that I'm going to do something more. pretty good hand. I think I give him a counter this turn. Yeah, I think I give him a counter this turn. Do I? I honestly wouldn't mind swapping tip around because it does feel a little awkward at times. It doesn't feel like it converts super well in this deck, but I like it as a blue 3 block. So that's the dilemma there. Pretty cool just like playing this right now. Nope. We'll just send this. What we'll probably do is, as our extra action, we'll draw a card with the gold here. Is it a D-react? Pretty good timing for that. We'll break chain. We'll draw with the gold for an arsenal. Sick. And we just send a solid 4. So this upcoming turn is a turn where I want to block. Lead with speed is okay, +3. So this is 7. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand. I kind of feel like taking the first half is probably correct. Okay, we get the last card out of hand. So now we don't have to play around it as much, but he probably breaks bolters, yeah. And then now we can... See, I'm worried about this being a +3. If it's a +3, we get blown out really fucking hard here. Do I want to convert this into a golden cog for next turn? Yeah. No. And then soup up will eat the rum. Yeah, it's just +3. So now we're in a tough spot that I don't know if it's possible for us to really get out of. Now we're forced into this. Man, that sucks. This is fine. This is going to be our last game, by the way, just as a heads up for everybody watching. I have to order Mexican food and then figure out dinner. Yep, not surprised there. So if we give him 6 here... Okay. We still threaten Arsenal here, which is super good. I know it's not, like, the best, but it's still 7 threaten Arsenal. Tunic. Oasis? Okay. Okay, pretty red heavy hand here. I'm actually thinking we just, like... Oh, thank goodness. There's no shenanigans here. Man, we reset counters. And that is so nice for us. Send 4. They still have 2 block. And we're just like stuck on no cogs here. This is an on hit go again. So if I cog in the machine... Man, cog in the machine's actually just really good here. I could give them 5 here. No, I don't want to block. Snag is probably just a blue that they just have. Snag does work into me though, because its attack action cards can't gain from abilities. I think this is just a race here. I think we just gotta go for it. I think we are we're double cranking and we are praying. 2 action points. This is a pretty good one. So let me think here. This eats a card, and then we send this. Man, Fiddler's Green is so good for them here. We'll untap. Keeping the chain live here, though, before the Fiddlers hits the yard, is like super relevant. Sigil, they gain 3. I might get Arsenal locked. They don't have go again, but not blocking kills me. So it's for sure this. Probably, oh no, because this draws me a card. Life gain is so powerful. Jagged Edge goes over by 1, but no go again. Okay. Is it a risk to play this, or do I just send 7? We're gonna gamble. Give me blue. That also works. You're a fatigue player. See, I'm like indifferent towards fatigue. I like it and don't like it simultaneously. Also, I'm ordering Mexican food on my other monitor while we are waiting for this. Dereact into dereact. Man, Sigil of Solace is gaining them so much life this game is unreal. Here, my extra action point will shoot you for 3. Steelblade's pretty good. Okay, this card isn't Go Again, to my knowledge. Is not Go Again. So if I just do this... Well, drawing a card here is pretty good. Okay. We're probably a little screwed here, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Probably a little screwed. But they also gained so much life this game. Like, we didn't really get a good opportunity to not play heavily into the fact that they were gaining so much life. Oh, they shunted me? I mean, I just die. I just die if they go +1, which the likelihood of them having +1 is like incredibly high. See, I can't even do that. That's the thing that's like awkward about it. I was like, I'm just screwed because they gained so much life this game. Like, they gained 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 life this game. Can I play this and do anything with it? Yeah, I just lose now. Assuming that they can go plus over this. Or if they have, like, twinning. We flipped over one of the twinnings. Provoke is such a bitch card. I'm sorry. That card's so annoying. Here, I pee myself because I can't do anything. I hate Provoke. I hate Provoke so fucking much. Okay, we needed to order this, then this, then this. And we'll see if they reorganize it because they're a good player. They're not. No. Gain 3, go +3, plus Blade Flurry. Yeah, I can't do anything about it. Them, just like, see, I had two such small turns that were like so close. You're okay with Provoke because Siren's Call makes it feel fair. Siren's Call is not okay either. Give me a second while I gotta order my Mexican food here. Babe, I just ordered you the regular. What you get? All right. Well, my food is ordered. We went 3 and 3 today. Let me go over here and manage prediction. I did in fact lose. Siren's Call you have to hit. Provoke is just give you a card. Yeah, Provoke, I mean, I don't like Provoke for the fact that it just is like, oh, you didn't want to block? Well, guess you are now. Like, Siren's Call feels a little bit more fair in a sense that, like, I don't know how to phrase it. Siren's Call, even though it draws a card, feels more fair. I think it's because it's more restrictive. Maybe that's part of it. Congrats on the points to Dave and 2 others is what it says. Dave and 2 others. Congrats on the points. Although I think it just gave you back your points. Before I get going, does anybody else have a pack redeem, or is it not letting you? Before I go, because I think our last one was an hour ago, so we should have availability for you to do one more before the end of stream if you guys want to do one. Siren's Call can break a turn. Provoke is just -1 card. See, the thing that I dislike strongly about Provoke is that Provoke also does this thing into Warrior where it's like, Warrior, you block very specifically into them, and Provoke is just like, hey, you know, I'm trying to turn on Reprise, and I'm just going to turn on Reprise for myself. You can't redeem. Is it not allowing you to? Should be every hour. I should probably, you know what, I'm going to take it down to every 45 minutes. How about that? Oh, you know why? Is because I put a limit per stream. We're going to up that limit right now. If you do have points and you want to use them, you can try it now and see if it'll work. I upped it now to 4 packs because on Fridays I'm going to be streaming a lot longer. Thanks for the redeem, Mitch. Left or right and how many down? They didn't mysteriously lose points you'd redeem. Yeah, about that. Warriors were drowning without Provoke. Yeah, Reprise is fine. It's just like the whole counterplay to Reprise is playing like very intentionally towards D-reacts and playing around your arsenal, and so just having like no agency in whether or not you're able to play around Reprise with Provoke is pretty annoying. 7x7 on the right side or left side? I'm digging in the right side. Still feeling right side, or are we going left? Let's go left this time. Okay. I'm trying to keep them stacked in there in the same way. That way when we come back to it, we can always go back and say, oh, you know, this side was hot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. All right. As a heads up, I'm getting High Seas packs most likely this weekend from pre-releases. I'm going to save them, but I'm just going to open them up on stream. Then we are going to be doing a case opening stream where we'll open the case that I got, and then I have one box that I'm getting in a trade from somebody that's going to be used for pack redemptions. So we'll have High Seas pack redemptions coming up soon. We got Concuss, Gage Swiftblade, Pound Town, Wallop, Vigorous Engagement, Lead with Speed, Money Where Your Mouth Is, Mighty Windup, Stand Ground, Lead with Heart, another Starting Stake. I like this card. Needed more of those. Clash of Vigor Yellow. Concuss Foil. Anything fancy? Nope. Nothing fancy. Provoke is only really good at endgame. I mean, that's the reason why it's blue, though, right? The right side was better. The right side got us 2 M's. So I think the right side's just gonna get picked every time now. Alright. Let me pull these up to the front here. Alright, so only hits from the stream today. At least in terms of stuff that I care about. We got that nice blue wage gold from that last pack there. But not bad. Not bad overall. Yeah, the kitty cat left. Yeah, she sleeps in here until 6 p.m., which is 6:09 right now. And then when Lauren goes into the other room, she follows suit. So she took off real quick because every time Lauren gets up, they think that they're getting fed. So, all right. Well, 3-3 doesn't feel bad. I think there's still some small changes that could be made. I'm like indifferent on whether or not my blue count is correct. I think tighten the screws. The +4 untap a cog needs to come out. Here, I'll pull it up on stream actually. So, just a quick glance from today. I'm thinking these come out. Probably these are a maybe on whether or not they stay in. And then maybe we go up a soup up in the blue slot because I'm really liking that blocking for 4. Drop CNC for CNC. Found some matchups couldn't hold the cards for it. Yeah, that's fair. I could also reasonably see myself changing around. Like this, the sideboard's super rough still, and so like this could just be 3 Command and Conquers, and then I could just play them, you know, when I think they're more relevant for decks that like to set up a little bit more. Like I think in that last matchup, had I had Command and Conquer, I think it would have been a lot better. Went up to 60 reacts. I could see it. I'm glad that we got a game in where Blunderbuss performed really well, but I also think that it's that way because my blues are, I'm just like so blue heavy. So if we change a little bit around of where the blues are, maybe that changes things. This could reasonably be Boom Grenade, kind of like what we were talking about. I just don't know how consistent Boom Grenade is over other pieces. 60 reacts is pretty standard. It's possible that we want Sink Below in this deck as well. Sink Below could be good to help with some of those kind of more awkward hands. And then I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this as a blue. It's felt okay most of the time, but it's a blue block 3. So overall, everything feels pretty good, though, I think. Like, there's going to be some small changes, like probably sinks for the sideboard, some CNCs, We probably look at some of these blues again and just kind of revisit some of that side of it. I think the gold generation is still lacking slightly. I don't know how to fix that outside of Loan Shark, so maybe there's still something that we can look into there on gold generation. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out today. I really appreciate you guys jumping in and hanging out with me after I get off work and just get to have fun, chill, jam games. If you are not following this stream, please follow this stream. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'm also streaming on YouTube. So you go ahead and go over and subscribe to me on YouTube as well. Thank you for the follow, Dave. Trying to get everything set up on YouTube to also show alerts. So if you're on YouTube and you subscribed, I really, really appreciate it. It just doesn't show me the alerts still, and I'm trying to fix it. I don't know why it's not working. Moonside. Well, Brett, thanks for the follow. And then yeah, thanks for following. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting opening packs with me. We will be doing stuff next week. Will be a Friday stream for sure. That will most likely be case opening, and then potentially a Wednesday stream, but it'll be very short, kind of like we did just this last Wednesday. We did like an hour and a half stream, just to kind of kill some time after I get off work, a little bit before 6 o'clock. It's kind of like the cutoff for me. So we'll probably do next Wednesday, probably, for sure next Friday. And then if anything else comes up, I will let you guys know, in case there's anything we want to do, like over the weekend or anything, especially when it comes to closer to the release time. If you're not already in the Discord, I'll go ahead and link it there. You can join in there. We hang out and talk about deck building, that kind of stuff in there. I also post my go live notifications in there. Also, the Discord is linked in the description of the YouTube video. So if you're on YouTube side, there's a link to it in there. Thank you guys again for joining in today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So I will see you guys next Wednesday. If not, next Friday, and we'll get some cool high C stuff. And I'll be posting what I opened from this weekend on the Discord. So thanks for joining in, guys. I appreciate it, and see you next week. Later.